Hello, welcome everybody, and thank you all for joining us today for Sex Offenders for Kamala Harris. Let's all welcome our first speaker today, Tony Peck.
Hi everyone, thanks for having me. My name is Tony Peck. I'm a registered sex offender for 12 years, and more importantly, I am also a registered Democrat in support of Kamala Harris 2024. Now, I am not a sex offender in that I sexually molest women. I'm a sex offender in that my sexual skill is so bad that it's offensive to the art of sex. Just kidding, I'm a regular sex offender, and I'm actually quite good at what I do, wherein lies the problem. So you might be wondering, since I'm a sex offender, why aren't I voting for Donald Trump, since he is also a sex offender? And the answer to that is simple. I'm a sex offender, therefore I really love women, which is why I do what I do. And Kamala Harris is a woman, and it's that cut and dry, really. But it's not just that. Us Democrats have a storied history and a great track record of supporting and hosting some of the greatest sex offenders of all time. Bill Clinton, Harvey Weinstein and his friends, Jeffrey Epstein and all of his cool clients. So it's important for all of us to stick together and trust that Kamala Harris will do right by us. And I just want to say that sex offenders, we're still humans. I mean, everyone has sexual urges. We're just a bit more enthusiastic about it. But I wanted to come on here today to let you all know that me and my fellow offenders have gotten together and composed some really exciting legislation for sex offender reform. So we'd actually like to propose this legislation to Kamala Harris and her team. And I know they're listening intently to this stream right now, so I'd like to tell you a bit about it. So we would like to remove all prison sentences for sex offenders because studies actually show that prison time doesn't actually reform said criminal of their criminal behavior. And psychologists will tell you that suppression and cutting things out cold turkey actually causes more harm than good. And a lot of studies also show that the best way to get over something actually is overexposure to said thing. And I'm sure all of you listening can relate to this, that when you go out on a weekend and you drink way too much and you get really sick and you're throwing up, you want to stop drinking forever. So we propose that sex offenders like myself, the best way to get over our urges is overexposure. So we're proposing that sex offenders get locked in a room or in an environment with so many women that we're sex offending all night, all week, till we're blue in the face, and by the end of it, we'll never want to offend again. So that's pretty much the gist of our legislation we're proposing to Lady Kamala and her administration, and we know she's most suited to take us seriously, and she's the best suited woman to pass this legislation and make the country a better place. So thank you for having me today. Thanks for hosting this, and I'd like to welcome our next speaker, James Corden.